but there's something about it that's magical.
From every generation comes a unique individual.
For e-commerce, the most important thing was trust.
An individual with a clear life purpose and vision, committed to changing the way human beings experience their lives and the world around them. Robert White is one of those unique individuals, a leading visionary in the infancy and growth of the human potential movement, an individual who pioneered personal transformational growth in the U.S. and its expansion into Asia.
It was the idea that you could learn through experience more deeply and in a more satisfying and more memorable way by having these high-impact structured experiences in a training room.
You can use a movie, a piece of music, a piece of literature, or another person to heighten your awareness of who you are and how you operate in the world.
Robert White is a speaker, trainer, author, and consultant, best described as a transformational architect. His life's work has spanned 40 years, in parallel and directly affecting the emergence of personal growth seminars.
And what does that have to do with you?
That I also have had, like on first blush, I'm just average and everyday and overweight and chubby and whatever, and yet I feel like once people get to know me, they realize, she has a little bit more to offer than what's on the surface.
Robert's work focuses on personal development and corporate leadership. His concepts integrate business success with personal joy, satisfaction, and accomplishment. He trains entrepreneurial, growth-oriented companies who are open to result-based experiential learning.
And it sounds like a cliche all these years later, but had a life-changing experience where my life got better and my business got better. And that led to a career in the human potential movement.
Robert White began his life's work as president of Mind Dynamics, a groundbreaking personal effectiveness training company, which he soon expanded throughout the U.S., Europe, and Australia.
Now, I've been teaching personal responsibility for 30 years, and to be confronted in that way, wouldn't it be useful to take 100% personal responsibility for this? That was a breakthrough moment for me, realizing that I could own it all.
Mind Dynamics spawned future personal growth seminar companies like Landmark Forum, Insight, PSI World. Thereafter, Robert founded LifeSpring in the U.S. and later founded and led ARC International, providing the pioneering Life Dynamics personal development workshops all across Asia. Together, these companies graduated over 1.2 million seminar participants.
My expertise is around creating experiences as opposed to the didactic or academic approach to leadership. Steve mentioned that over 1 million people have graduated from seminars from companies that I've founded and led, and all of those were done on referral marketing. We had no salespeople, we had no advertising. It was all people that had an experience that was so vivid that they would drag their friends and relatives and colleagues into our seminars. Research revealed that how people showed up in the seminar made the difference. And we began to identify those positive show-up qualities in participants who grabbed the gold ring, the ones who created amazing value personally and professionally. We identified 8 elements for creating value, and they became part of every seminar's introductory remarks.
Robert published the wildly successful One World, One People and One World, One Child photo essays, pictorial celebrations of the human spirit. Sales of these books raised over $700,000 for charities committed to the prevention and treatment of childhood abuse and neglect. Back to the States after over a decade of transformational work in Asia, Robert created ARC International USA. This work delivered large-scale culture change interventions to major organizations based on ARC's successful methodologies, but adapted to specific corporate needs. Some clients included Duke Energy, JP Morgan Chase, Progressive Insurance, and Textron.
The gift you are, like the very first breath of spring.
Robert White began a new life in Aspen, Colorado at age 46. He became involved with the late John Denver's WinStar Foundation and went on to lead an organizational alignment seminar for John Denver and the WinStar staff. Inspired by this experience, John wrote The Gift You Are and Higher Ground, commemorating his own personal shift and his heartfelt wish for all people.
You are the promise of all the ages. You are the prodigal son.
Today, Robert White continues his passionate pursuit of effecting change in people and organizations worldwide through his new organization, Extraordinary People. He is the author of the best-selling book, Living an Extraordinary Life, and the author and voice for the award-winning audio program, Achieving Extraordinary Success. He leads high-impact experiential personal and professional development seminars in the USA, Kazakhstan, Hong Kong, and mainland China.
It's time to allow other people into your life to read that book somebody suggested to you, to see that counselor, to call that phone number, to do whatever it takes to get challenged.
From humble beginnings to a life filled with extraordinary accomplishment, Robert White models what he teaches. Perhaps through his speaking, training, or consulting interventions, he is the interruption, the contribution, the inspiration you and your organization needs to take your performance from ordinary to extraordinary.
The gift you are.
I look forward to reading your book.
You